Welcome everyone to Ferrycarrig Park. We're here for the Freshtoday Wexford Cup Final as the teams are walking out here, led by referee Paul Curwin. It's been a great day here so far, Nicky. Great crowds at the Girls Blitz and fun day in the fan zone that Freshtoday have put on. It's a great show.
Yeah, fantastic. Look, it's a spectacular event really, Aidan, sitting here looking out. Massive crowd here since early in Ferrycarrig Park. Plenty of colour, plenty of people. Great to see 200 girls out playing football on the main pitch here in Ferrycarrig. So, massive success all around so far.
Yeah, big thing to hit me after being in 2 cup finals. You're walking into, as you know yourself, you come about an hour and a half before kick-off. 2 times I was in, you're coming to empty grounds, no one there. As today the 2 teams walked into great atmosphere, music blaring, blitz is going on, big crowds. It must have been a different feeling for them.
Yeah, sure. Completely different feel to normally. As you said, I was lucky to be involved in a few myself, and you walk out probably as the 2 teams have done now, and when you walk out, and that's when the crowd kind of hits you. But they've had that feeling since early today, and look, let's hope that the game stacks up to what the event has been so far.
Yeah, I suppose the big team news is both teams are missing their marquee players, their go-to men in Crossabeg. I was just saying there, Nicky, 2 teams are missing their go-to men in Crossabeg. Ronan Devericks, big loss Remo injured, and Paul Spot Murphy scored a hat-trick in the previous cup final here. Going to be a massive loss to Northend, but they'll probably deal with that loss maybe better than Crossabeg will with Ronan's, I think.
Yeah, well, you never know until the game kicks off, Aidan. But look at Spot with his experience, he obviously his ability and everything like that. He'll be a massive loss. Ronan is such a big, powerful unit for Crossabeg. He'll also be equally a measures a loss, and it'll be interesting to see which team, I suppose, settles down and levels and get into the game. I see from last week there's only one change. Charlie Conway comes in for Shane Dempsey and Charlie. So
yeah, I'll just run through the Northern team there now. It's going to be a 4-2-3-1 if last week Gorey going to go by, with Jason Maguire in goal. Number 2, Brandon Stafford. At left back, number 3, Joey Jackson. Centre half pair of Reese Murphy and Gary Delaney. The 2 holding midfielders will be Alan Rhodes and Shane Dempsey. It looks like Charlie Conway will go into the 10, Graham O'Reilly, Todd Hines will go on the wings, and the goal machine Owen Rhodes centre forward. And for Crossabeg, there's actually one change for them from their semi-final against Ferns, where Conor Devericks comes in for Mark Crosby. And again, I think they're going 4-2-3-1 as well. It will be Evan Roach in the goal, former Northend player. 2 right back, Sean Hurl. 3 left back, Ben Hines, Kieran Curwin, and Conor Devericks, 2 centre halves. Barry Coughlin and Jason Moore will be 2 holding midfielders, with Aaron Lambert in the 10, Mark Heffernan and Andy Butler on the wings, and Will McCreevy up front. I suppose if Crossabeg are going to have success, they will need Will to be on fire, held to hold up that ball and occupy the 2, Reese and Gary.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be a big day for him. He was on holidays all week. It'll be a big day for him coming back, and he's up against a completely different test and trying to deal with Gary and Reese today, because both of them very good in the air, very, very quick. So yeah, he'll be up against it, but he'll need to use his intelligence, his experience to bring lads in and get players in and around him.
Yeah, and just as we see Barry Coughlin, Crossabeg captain, and Gary Delaney, Northend's captain, doing for the toss, just want to thank 3 groups for today, for putting today on. One, Rocket Science Media, who we do the podcast with, Nicky. They've done a lot of stuff this morning, Freshtoday, and there's a Rat New Pantomime, Liam Sharkey and John Riley for their putting on a show here as well. It's been a great morning, and also to the county board for allowing it to happen, and I hope this is the future for Wexford Cup Finals.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if the camera is doing it justice with the crowd that's here and the amount of young people that are still testing out the kicking the footballs into the kind of the bouncy castle like thing. So massive crowd, and yeah, as I said earlier, a massive success. And
yeah, and the two linesmen checked the goals. Girls' bits was a big buzz for me. I was talking to a few people I knew, and I was asking, is this their first time here? I think you were the same.
Yeah,
that was a big thing for me, the amount of people that were here for the first time this morning in Ferrycarrig Park.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't even realise it was here. Yeah, it's been really good. A lot of people seeing the venue for the first time, and in fairness, Ferrycarrig is looking immaculate. Pitch, I know the lads Trevor Rankin and Ben Turner are doing massive amount of work on it with Wexford FC over the last couple of weeks, and it's in great nick, and we'll hopefully we'll have a good game and plenty of ball played on the grass.
Yeah, as you said, there's a lot of youngsters here, and we were a little delay in the start as Paul, the ref, Corbin, is trying to just remove him from the back of the goal.
Yeah, a couple of the ball boys, Northend, look like they're outnumbering Crossabeg in the ball boys today. This is the second part of a treble. Well, Northend lost it last week with the league title, so they were going right up onto it. And
we just kick off Aaron Lambert, and just it looks like Graham O'Reilly's going to be in the 10 with Charlie Conway on the wing. Bad clearance there by Connor Devricks. And the Stafford and Will McCreevy goes up for him. Charlie Conway, Crossabeg won't want him running at him. Devricks back to Evan Roach. Gary Delaney. Back to Jason Maguire. Plays a short, something they didn't do last week. Jason nearly went direct for every kick, but today looks different. As great ball by Shane Debs there to get Joey Jackson away, but should be gone out.
No, Northend were a little bit disappointed with what chatting to him with the podcast and all this week. They were a little bit disappointed with the way they went against Gorey, and went very direct, very fast, and they didn't really have a plan B, but I'm sure Gary will ask him to change it up a small bit.
It wasn't all of Northend. Either Gorey had the press on him, in fairness, and they were well organised and had their game plan. Yeah,
definitely, yeah. I'd say the Gorey lads are still out celebrating, even though they won yesterday the FAI Cup up in Galway.
And rightly so, as Will McCreevy tries to get Mark Heffernan here one-on-one with Joey. Sean Hurd supports him. It's into Jason Moore. Fairness, players improved immensely all year for him. Kieran Curwin, an import from Portlaw. Shane Dempsey and Jay Moore go for that. Graham Riley out. Aaron Lambert gets back well. Paul Curwin tried to play an advantage there that Crossabeg didn't take. Connor Devricks gets it out. Did not restart at the back for the two centre halves for Crossabeg there, for the two loose touches on him, Nicky.
A couple of little ones, but look, it'll settle down. I agree with you talking about Jay Moore. He's been impressive this year, sitting covering in front of the back four for Crossabeg, and he's stepping out to pick up Todd Hines. So it'll be interesting to see what movement I see. Todd and Charlie are switching wings, and Graham O'Reilly going into the centre of midfield there, and so their movement is a hell of a lot more. I see Brandon Stafford push right up on the far side. So
interestingly, Shane Dempsey's pulling out wide a lot here in the left channel here, trying to feed him. Kieran Corman there. He's as I said, Nick, he's joined him in from Portlaw this year. I think he's working in Wexford Town. He's been a good side of him, but he doesn't hold back in the challenge. Shane Dempsey,
sure, we'll see it as the game goes on.
Charlie Conway, a great take there, but Ben Hines clears it away. Will McCreevy trying to get Jay Moore. Gary Delaney gets the foot in. Let's have a throw here. Brandon Stafford, ball in his hand. Shane Dempsey is picking up a lot of the ball early in the game. Into Reese Murphy. Joey Jackson's pushed right up here. Reese is let carry it. So Joey, he's going to have time to deliver. He does. Ball in, and he put her at the back post. Maybe like me keeper to come for that one, Nicky. It's Charlie Conway. Back out to Brandon Stafford. The ball in. Defended well there by Conor Deverix and away by Ben Hines. But Northend have it again. Shane Dempsey.
Yeah, just on that, Aidan, yeah, you would like to have seen Evan come and clear out that, because now it's after leading to a corner, second or third phase of play from that. But if Evan comes out and takes that up, because this Northend are very, very strong set pieces. We all know Shane of a savage delivery. He very rarely floats them. They're normally drilled in there, so it'll be an interesting one.
100% delivery is right. They're nearly undefendable. But say that it's a big unit of a Crossabeg team. I think they'd be disappointed if they concede from set pieces. I think so. It's a great delivery in, well headed out by Jay Moore. Alan Rhodes volleys it back out to Shane Dempsey. Barry.
Oh,
High foot there.
Yeah, Barry was brave. He knew he was going to get a kick in the head, but he still kept going. So leading by the captain's example there on that one.
Yeah, it's good to see Barry starting. He was injured for I think it was 2009 to play the Ross, was it? Or earlier?
In fairness to Barry, I think he's probably one of an underrated player, I suppose, within the league. He goes about his business, hustle and bustle, but he's good on the football, and he pops up and gets a goal here and there. So he is a little bit underrated.
To Will there. Barry gets the flick on there. Jason out quick with the ball. Out to Todd. Feeds it into Owen Rhodes. Lays off to Graham. That's one thing Crossabeg won't want, is the ball being fed into Owen like that. And Shane Dempsey on it again. It's a nice ball into Todd Hines. Ben Hines broke it up. Sean Turrett. I noticed by Northend, Nicky, early in the game that the three of Todd, Graham and Charlie, and then Shane and Alan, maybe Bar Alan, the rest of the other four are moving all around the pitch. They're not really sticking to their positions.
Yeah, possibly, probably the two roads is Alan and Owen are staying very central, even though Owen is a little bit out on the wing now. But yeah, the lads are moving around, looking to try can get on the ball, because I know they probably thought Joe would go man to man, and like he has done in a couple of games this year. So I'm sure by doing that they're looking to try and drag players around. So that's where communication is going to have to come in with Crossabeg.
Charlie potting up here now, and Todd gone to the far side and ready to get on away. That should be Evans' ball.
So I see Gary not happy, telling it was too straight, and you'd have to agree to him. He weren't happy.
And you win that, knowing that I should just go back. Jason Maguire again goes short. Out to Reese. And Rhodes out here to the left side now. Back to Reese. Reese tries to get in. Kieran Curran with a good header there, and leaves a little bit there as well. As we were saying, Nicky, he loves that challenge.
He likes the physical contact.
Evans coming along here. Yeah, throw in. Would have easily been a free there.
Seamus is right up in the... So actually, Seamus Kelly over there, linesman, must wish him a happy 50th birthday. He was 50 during the week. I hope he wasn't out celebrating it last night, but he doesn't look 50. You know, tan and full head of hair, black hair. So fair play to you, Seamus. Happy birthday.
Referees keep me young. Just on that, Nicky, Reese coming out with that last. I'll just have a throw in here. Charlie into Charlie. It's Turnley. Andy Butler does well. It should be in Crossabeg throw. The last ball Reese came out with there, and he tried a ball in over the top. You see Gary getting on to him, saying he had plenty of grass and in, there was no need to play it early. That's something we noticed here last week, maybe, that the centre halves, the time on the ball, they weren't carrying it. They were maybe dilly-daddling on it rather than either going with it or moving it.
Yeah, definitely. But then again, we are up another level, to Premier teams. Like the Northend back two definitely could be, or back two centre halves could definitely play League of Ireland. So that's the
Todd picking up the 10. Northend's movement is very. There's a great ball there by Shane trying to get Graham O'Reilly away, but Ben Hines is in our corner kick for the defend.
Yeah, so yeah, good ball by Shane. 10th cup final. which is some achievement, isn't it, in a junior career? So
the club itself going for their 15th is doesn't bear thinking.
yeah,
They've lost a few along the way as well. Not many, mind you.
there's a little bit of jostling now. We have all the Northend big boys, Reese, Owen Rhodes, and all. They look like they're all fairly evenly matched up there. Aidan and Gary Delaney trying to sneak in around the back. He looks like he is free if it could get to him. But
Lampert there with that header for me. Corner kick.
Owen attacks it at the front.
Look, I don't think Crossabeg will be too worried with the corners. As I said, if the delivery is spot on, sometimes they're undeliverable, but their big men are bigger than Northend's big men, in fairness.
All you have to do is look at the Champions League last night, and the one thing PSG done is stop Arsenal from getting corners.
Yeah.
So their major set piece.
Kieran Kerman gets that away. Brandon Stafford had it on the centre circle. Back out to Todd. He delivers early. Conor Derricks falls to Shane Dempsey. You wouldn't want that fall falling anyone else probably.
Well, after seeing the shot, you might, but but no. I know what you're saying. All right, you've a great strike of the ball, but
Joe shouts in some instructions there to Crossabeg lads. If you were Crossabeg, would you be a little bit worried maybe? Northend have an awful lot of the ball.
They have, but then again, Evan hasn't had anything to do or to worry about. So
There with a great header over Will McCreevy. Then Hines knocks it into Barry, who went in where Will was. Shane Dempsey picking up that breaking ball.
Can you see when I lean it?
Reece Murphy carrying again. Has it out to his left back. Roy Jackson. Graham Riley away, but Kieran Corwin. It's back where it came from, back up to Reece. He's just
The thing Northend are doing now that probably no team is at the other teams, so that Crossabeg have done over the last couple of weeks. Mark Heffernan is pushed right back. Aaron Lambert is getting pushed right back from the two full backs. So where Will McCreevy is getting a little bit isolated up front on his own there for periods of it. It's a big pitch to be isolated on.
Surely is. We have Charlie Common now on this side of the pitch. He gets it, he's going to deliver. Ball in, but Conor Derrick swipes at that and misses it. It'll be another corner kick. So I just look a little bit nervous in the back there. I think Jay Moore had a good chance maybe clean up the field here, but he put straight out for a throw.
Yeah. That looked a little nervy from Cahill, alright.
We have a short corner here, Northend, or Crossabeg fall asleep. Todd Hines, Alan Rhodes. Todd gets delivery in. Well headed away by Barry Coughlin and Ben Hines.
We're going to do a small bit of running repairs. I think Aidan's after dropping out, or maybe people were fed up listening to him. But Graham O'Reilly,
talking anyway.
Graham O'Reilly after moving the ball out to Todd. Todd Hines is taking his time, stepping up to see is there any movement in front of him. Charlie Conway stood up. Alan Rhodes after picking it up now to move it to Shane. Shane after taking the head off of Alan that time. I don't think that was too intentional. So
Reece Murphy on the ball now. It's out to Joey Jackson. He's back into centre to Shane Dempsey. And Rose plays the ball over his shoulder to Joey Jackson. Heffernan. We're back to Reece Murphy again. Shane to Gary. Jason Maguire going for a run there. Alan Rhodes in the right back position out, receiving that ball. And Rhodes falls into the brother Owen with Kieran Kenny. This will be an interesting clash with the two of them, Nicky. Two players who like it physical, or Kieran Curran, I should say.
It's funny just looking at Joe there. I genuinely I didn't think either of them was a free, and he never said a word for Oisin's tackle on Owen, and he was going mad when William McCreevy was tackled. So it's a manager's perspective, isn't it, Aidan?
Yeah. Have one in a good call from Barry inside him. Good carry here. Great defending by Joey Jackson. Shane Dempsey has it again. Turns, goes forward with it straight away. Todd Hines has it here. Slips it down to Charlie Conway. Sean Turtle went to the ground. Won it as the ball's up. And Gary Delaney there. Letting Will McCreevy know who's boss, I think, with that one.
Yeah, in fairness, a robust challenge by Gary. He full-blooded.
Don't think it was as bad as when I think Will jumped early, which cost Gary.
So went through the back of him. Yeah, you want your centre back to be doing that, you know. So you do that. You want him coming out, being dominant, and the next time the ball's played into Will, he's going to be having a look over his shoulder, see where Gary is.
He's going to welcome back from holidays.
He's moving a little slower now than he was a few minutes ago.
Did get a knee around it. There's Aaron Lambert here. This is Crossabeg's chance to put the ball in the box. He delivers it to Kieran Curran, but great header by Shane Dempsey. Heffernan has it out, chance to deliver. Blocked by Joy Jackson.
Crossabeg now will take a little bit of sting over because they have been chasing the game there for quite a while, so it'll give them a chance to get a little bit of a breather. And it looks like it's going to be a long one. It'll have to be a long one if it's going to reach the box from here.
So it is a long one, in fairness. Owen Rhodes with a great header there. Kieran Curran taking it down. Tried to get his shot away there. Could have been a shout for a free there by Paul Curran. So one thing I've noticed about Paul, Nicky, he's not blowing the whistle a whole lot. It has to be fairly obvious.
No,
which
I
is
think
good to see.
We heard it once, a kick-off.
And for Gary's one on with, as Joy Jackson has it here, back to Reese. Graham Riley now. It's coming on the left hand side now. Poor ball straight into Aaron Lambert. He tried to lob Jason Maguire there.
Look, a good idea, but
yeah, definitely worth a shot.
Poor effort in fairness. But Aaron has the ability to do it, and he got his head up very, very quick and made up his mind very fast.
Reese Murphy coming out now. Moved by Charlie Conway and Joy Jackson there, and Charlie have it now. There's it to Graham O'Reilly. Sure this time. Shane with a poor ball to Aaron Lambert again. Lambert just doesn't have the men for the break. Sandy Butler goes down. Aaron Lambert does well here. And does well to get a free there. There is space down the middle for Crossabeg because Gary and Reese are pushing out wide, and the two fullbacks pushing right up if they can break quicker.
Yeah, there is a small bit of space there, Aidan. But look, they're going to have to move the ball a small bit quicker to get into them areas. But definitely there is space down the centre. Two
frees in their own half. Interestingly, they've put the two centre halves up for both of them. Zan Lampert again puts Snow on this one. It's Gary Laney and Conor Devericks for a header by Gary. Andy Butler is doubled up on. He gets his corner kick out, but great defending by Brandon Stafford, and it'll be a Northend throw.
Look, solid defending again by Gary that time, Aidan, in fairness.
Yeah, it was a great header. Ben Hines here battles with Charlie Conway. Jay Moore there goes down there. Looks like he got a belt to the face. Aaron Lampert is coming into a bit now. Gets another free. Northend won't want to be fouling because, as we said, Crossabeg are a big unit.
Yeah, it's a couple of frees there, and Aaron Lambert has been the one who's been fouled on each occasion.
He's come into the game in the last 5 minutes, in fairness.
He's very good feet, Aidan, hasn't he? And he's been moving there in around the centre. There's a small bit of space. It's one thing Alan and Shane Dempsey will give Crossabeg is a small bit of space to play. They won't be fully up in his face, so it looks like Aaron is after finding that bit of space, and even another set piece delivery now coming up.
Gary Laney's marking Conor Derricks, and Crossabeg are trying to pull Gary out of the equation by putting Conor on the far side, maybe leaving it between Will and Reese and Owen and Kieran on his far side. It's a poor ball, wasn't it? Will McCreevy's in. 1-0 Crossabeg, Will McCreevy. Poor clearance by Shane Dempsey.
Yeah, look at it. Obviously looked like it might have been a set piece that they might have worked on. In fairness to him,
Will is giving you the thumbs up there, Nicky. He done the wheelchair celebration.
Oh, did he?
Didn't see it.
I didn't see that. So at least he was quicker getting to that one than he was the other day running with the ball. So look at the holiday is well and truly paid for now after scoring the first goal in this Wexford Cup final. But look at, you have to give credit to Crossabeg. They definitely tried to move Gary Dempsey after winning, or Gary Delaney, winning 4 or 5 headers there. So they created the space, put the ball in the box, and Will reacted to quickest and bang, back in net 1-0.
Looks Northend were started a better team. Maybe got a bit complacent there. Poor ball by Graham O'Reilly, poor ball by Shane Dempsey. Led to a couple of frees. And then that one as well, we said Crossabeg are a big team. They'll get that ball into that box. As Sean Turb has it over top here to Will McCreevy. Goes after Gary Delaney. So Gary puts that out. Maybe Northend got a little bit complacent just before that goal.
No, I wouldn't think so. Like Crossabeg just kind of started gradually finding their feet, and like I think it was a well worked goal. It's probably something Joe definitely told the lads to try and come up with to move him. I know they were training down here Friday evening, so getting a taste of the pitch. So it looked like it was an organised set piece more than anything.
Long throw again to get a corner here again. Then another chance. Look, the big thing done that for you was trying to get Gary out of the mix. A little bit surprised maybe that Gary
spotted it.
I spoke about it on the podcast last week when Paul Murphy was in a similar situation from Gorey. He spotted it himself and took charge and moved it around himself. I know Gary's probably, and I think there is a switch here now actually. Reese has gone on to Conor Derricks now, and Gary is picking up Will McCreevy.
So Aaron Lambert,
who has a cracking delivery. That is not a good ball. Straight out.
Not that one, unfortunately. Nothing to get excited about there with that one.
Northend go short kick out. Gary Delaney again. Into Charlie's feet here. And to Alan Rhodes. Tries to get it over the top to Brandon Stafford with Andy Butler. Conor Derrick steals it up. Charlie Comet. He's up. Ben Hines here. Decides to go back to Graham Riley. Goes back to Alan Rhodes. Back into Charlie. Alan Rhodes to nobody really. Conor Derrick hooks it away up. Another area chance here by Will and Gary. Will wins that one. Tries to get Heffernan away here, but Joy Jackson should deal with it, but he doesn't. He lets it bounce, and great play by Heffernan there. He hasn't pinned in here. And Joy eventually calms it down and rolls it out to Shane. Rolls it over to Reese.
Yeah, a good bit of play in fairness by Mark Heffernan there, using his experience and forcing 2 players to deal with him there. So
Reese Murphy on the ball again to Shane. A little bit slower for Northend at the moment. I need to quicken it up. And Reese. And back to Shane. Fairness Crossabeg well organised. This is where the Deuce switch into man-to-man. Barry Coughlin probably just fell asleep out there. Let Graham get on the ball.
I don't know if he fell asleep. I just don't think he was as quick.
Maybe that. Father Kieran Kenny just pushes Joe Jackson aside, or Kieran Curran I should say.
Will won't be overly happy with that one. He wasn't as quick to react there as he was to the goal of Will, but it's a tough one there for him up there, like when they knock the ball into the space like that. As I said earlier on, it's a big old area to cover.
Todd Hines tries to get through there with Sean Turl with the header. Todd will let it go for a corner. Northend's chance with a set piece now. Look down, Nicky Chiller still playing in the fan zone here. Great to see it.
Yeah, brilliant, yeah. So
Todd will go for an outswinger this time. Going for an in-swinger with Shane. It's Todd with the outswinger. And again, comes to the back post. Owen Rhodes gets the header back across. Keeper, good early call by Evan and good take. This time last year he probably would have laid down on it for a while, but with a new rule he has to get rid of it. As I see Paul putting the hand up. And the Butler challenge on Rhodes for that. It's Ben Hines' time here. Looked like he was going to go back, but Owen Rhodes read it as he feeds it into Barry. He was going to get caught in the ball here. Yellow card, I'd say, Nicky.
Nah, well, yeah, so yellow card pulled him down. I didn't think Paul was going to show to him there. He was taking his time, but yeah, Barry just got caught with the ball under his feet. It was a bit slow, and took him a little while to get it out, and ended up pulling down Graham O'Reilly.
Surely be Todd Hines effort on goal.
Dangerous area, alright. So a very dangerous area there. So definitely suited to a left footer, unless Shane is going to try and whip something in around. But I know if I was Gary or Kyle Dempsey down there, I'd be asking Todd to get it on target and working Evan Roach in the goal and seeing what happens, seeing what comes from there.
You see Gary getting a bit of information to Brandon Stafford, telling him he's getting too high too early. You want him to hold back a bit to be part of the play and general play there. It is a feature today from Northend. The two fullbacks are pushing up high early.
Yeah, they're starting. They're way up the pitch, way further up the pitch than I've seen them this year.
Todd Hines here looks like he's definitely going to go direct with this one. And I think that's a great save. Great save there by Evan Roach.
Fantastic save, full stretch with his right arm. A brilliant save to flick it around the post. I thought he was after taking a step to his own left there. I thought he was after opening up that corner for Todd Hines, but a fantastic stretch by Evan and a top class save in fairness, and a great strike by Todd through a body of players to hit the target.
We'll go back with an in-swinger with Shane. That's a great ball in, well headed by Andy Butler, and it should be a free out.
Yeah, an in-swinger into a dangerous area. Aidan, you know yourself, anything landing in that 6-yard box is impossible. Well, not impossible, but very, very hard to defend. All it takes is for a little flick, and Crossabeg have been dealing with it so far.
Just at the half-hour mark, Nicky, I think, are we? Is Evan Roach? It's a lot on that. It's up between Will McCreevy and Reese Murphy. Good challenge there, and Leopard should have picked up the breaking ball better than he did there. He wins that header though. And the Butler and Shane Dempsey go over that one. Brandon Stafford comes away with it. Looks up, has no one. Aaron Lampard pressing him well. He gets it out. Ben Hines a rash in there. And Charlie Conway, but luckily goes back to Conor Devricks. It's a poor ball, Ben Hines there. And Shane Dempsey trying to get on Rhodes away, but bread and butter for Conor Devricks. Graham Riley there looking for the handball. Paul thinking about it. As Will McCreevy battling away there. I think he could have given that free either way. So maybe the best thing to do was play on.
Stop it. Let the game on. No point in stopping it.
Todd Hines back to Joey Jackson. Turns and goes, but Todd decides to go, or Joey decides to go back to Reese. Gets it again. There's Reese. Crossabeg letting them have it here. Reese on it again. And it's back to Reese. For me, Nicky Reese has to carry that ball there to try to drag Crossabeg out. Just hanging around, playing it around. Shane Dempsey knocks it into Rhodes.
Yeah,
stepped over it, and Charlie Conway out to Brandon Stafford. And Northend start again. Back with Allen. Reese Murphy. Brandon Stafford sloppy there, but falls to Todd Hines trying to get onto his left, trying to get a shot away, well blocked by Andy Butler. Sean Turr with a header away, and Lampard should be held a turn on it, lays it off to Barry Coughlin, and closed down by Reese Murphy. And McCreevy, Andy Butler just gives it away there. And it goes back to Gary Lenny. Reese again, who's stepping into the middle a good bit now. Tries the ball there, but well done by Jay Moore again, who's covering a lot of ground.
Yeah, I think Northend, when they have this, they need to get maybe a little bit wider, try open up Crossabeg.
Alright, Lenny's trying the ball down the middle there, but Charlie Conway with it. Kieran Curran getting the foot in. Ben Hines with a neat header back to Evan Roach.
As I was saying there, Aidan, like it's very easy for Crossabeg to defend it within their 18-yard box. So I think if Northend are going to start moving the ball around, they're going to have to get a little bit wider and a small bit more movement up front to try and create the spaces. Otherwise, it's going to be comfortable. You can see kind of Crossabeg with their it's a 4-1-4-1 kind of setup at the minute, and as you know yourself, it's very, very difficult to break down that kind of setup.
There's Mark Everton here. Shove Joy Jackson off the ball. Todd makes a run around him. I think Joy made a bit of a mean of that one, Iggy. As Todd Hines.
I actually thought it was a free kick. I thought Mark just body checked him out of the way, so I didn't see any attempt to get out of his way. So
another corner. The one thing about Northend, you keep giving them corners, they will. I have said Crossabeg are a big team, but they will punish you if they keep coming with them. This is their 7th corner.
Interesting to see now. Everything has been similar enough from Northend so far. It's just waiting for Shane to deliver into that.
Shane goes to the front post. This time Lonnie Butler with the header out. Mark Heflin and Alan Rhodes going for this one. Alan with a header. Shane has a chance to deliver with his left. And Seamus puts the flag up.
Yes. I'd agree with Gary there. He's getting on to Shane for the delivery to be a little bit better. Each one of their corners so far has been similar enough, haven't they? And there's been very little variety in it, so even throwing a short one to try and create a different angle.
Yeah, in fairness for the corners, Joe's got his matchups ready. He has Connor Deverick's on Reese, Will on Gary, and Kieran on Owen. And I suppose the thing about Northend, they probably wouldn't know much about Kieran coming into the game because he's only played the last couple of games, I think.
Yeah, he was suspended for a few of them.
They probably underestimate how strong he is and how good of a defender he actually is.
I know he's very, very strong, and he has his hands full there coming up against Owen.
Handling them all right so far. Commentators, of course. Aaron Lambert working hard here, putting great pressure on. And the ball goes back into Jason and puts it out. Fairness to Aaron Lambert, he's working tirelessly there in the middle. He looked at Will there to kind of help him out to go back, but Will kind of said no to him, I think. As Joey Jackson here, Sean Turtle has to get closer to that. He doesn't. It's good cross in. Ben Hines out the edge of the box. Alan Rose should have a shot at this. Owen Rose trying to take it down. Connor Deverick should clean it up. And neat play there by Crossabeg. Gets out with Will, but he's completely on his own here. You have Heffernan now on this side. It's a good ball. Oh, the wind just took it away from him there. And Charlie Hammett ties it up.
Yeah, Charlie done well, covered the ground and won it, and now it looks like he's going to counter-attack into a small bit of space, being chased by Jay Moore.
Joe Jackson on the ground again. He's getting a few smacks in fairness to him.
It's a physical game.
Dempsey, great ball into Alan Rhodes. Looks for Brennan Stafford. Evan Rhodes should get there.
Just I'd like my goalkeeper to be coming a little bit more, would you? I thought he was just standing and waiting there for a second. I'd say if I was down on that sideline, my heart would be in my mouth there for a second.
Spread and butter for Gary Laney, but Aaron Lampert picks up again, but it's poor on it there, but he gets it back as it was poor by Alan Rhodes.
Fairness that.
It's back with J.S. Maguire, back out to Reese Murphy. For me in this area, Reese has to burst out with it. He comes so far and then kind of stops. For me, he has to keep coming there to drag out Crossabeg. Back again, Shane into Allen. Trying to get it on here. How's Connor Deverick's with him this time? Back with Shane here. Or Rodon Rhodes. Tries it over the top to Brandon Stafford there. Was offside. So they kept their line well there.
Yeah, well kept. Brandon was after making a venture forward from the right back position, in fairness, and if the ball had been a split second earlier, he might have stayed on, but he was just off, and a good call by Seamus. But that's Just a phase of play before that, when the first time Crossabeg actually got the ball to Will's feet, and he tried to bring Mark Heffernan in, so he can definitely do that, and it's something that they may try and possibly look at.
Will McCreevy has it here now in the left wing position. Tries to get the cross in. Should be Joy Jackson's all there. Good header away. Gives Charlie Conway a chance to break here. Decides to go back to Joy. Alan Rhodes' feet, gets a turn on it quick. He's nothing forward. Crossabeg are doing very well. They are going man to man to that front four, and they're very tight. So that when Shane and Alan look up,
yeah, but then they need to trust themselves and create a bit more space, drag a little bit more. I think Northend are going to have to.
Yeah.
I know they might be named in a position, but I'd maybe possibly like to see if Owen dropped out into midfield, would one of the centre halves go, and then leave that small bit of space for Charlie or Graham O'Reilly.
He's the only one at that four, probably not moving. He's staying in that centre, and it's easy for Connor and Kieran to pick him up. Gary Laney on it now again. Again, you're just looking up at a 4 blue against 4 green marked height. Try to get into Todd's feet here. Does well. Gets it to Brandon. Tries to slip Graham in. Nice little move this time. Go across for Kieran Curran.
Very good defending.
Ball in again. Sean Turrell. Wasn't a great header, but Crossabeg got away.
Yeah, really, really good defending by Kieran Curran that time, wasn't it? Just read that little bit of danger, got his foot to it. Didn't try doing fancy, just dealt with it. Back into position. Nice bit of centre half play.
Yeah. And again into Alan. Todd Hines, edge of the box here. Sean Turrell should get away, but Heffernan here just pumped this up the feet. Throw in here, right on halfway line. Reece Murphy gets it. Reece there showing his frustration and a poor ball across the Gary. Reece gets it again. Drives forward with it this time. Gets it to Joy. Back to Reece. He's Alan inside him. It's great football here. Charlie Conway has it inside the box. Has it out to Shane Dempsey. Tries to chip it into Owen Rhodes. Evan Rhodes throughout. The flag is up for offside. He did look offside.
Yeah, I think Owen was looking to try maybe get it on a bicycle kick. I think if he'd went with it for his header, I know he was offside, but I think if he'd went for his head, I think he might have caught Evan Roach out, because Evan had committed himself. Yeah. Crossabeg are happy enough it ended up being offside.
And Evan will hit Will McCreevy with this, I imagine, again. Andy Butler and Graham Riley. And Andy wins that one. Well, Shane Dempsey picks up the breaking ball. Conor Deverick should. In the 37th minute, Alan Rhodes with the ball in the centre of the field, goes back to his right back and gets it back up. Reece Murphy. Northend looking mad for a penalty here, but Paul Curran gives a goal kick.
No, I didn't think it was a penalty. Like, the goalkeeper, like, he can't make himself invisible at times. You know, he's come out, he's committed. Charlie got to the ball first, but it's a part of Evan's game. He's going to need to react a little bit quicker, I think.
He's just a little slow out, yeah.
Yeah, he's been slow a couple of times there to react, and he possibly might have got away with that one.
I always say these penalty decisions, if the referees just take their time and have a look at the players, and in fairness, it was roars from the Northend bench and crowd, but none of the players actually look for the penalty if you look out the field. So players nearly always tell you the story if you just give yourself that few seconds.
Yeah, sure wasn't a penalty. Can't make yourself invisible, Aidan. What do you want the goalkeeper to do? I see if Barry Coughlin now is actually after pushing Evan back to the ground. I think Barry looked out and seen a few of the Crossabeg lads might have needed a rest. But it's the first bit of play there, and in fairness, Charlie Conway is lightning quick. Done really, really well to lift the ball over Evan, and was unfortunate to hit the side netting.
matches there's nothing wrong with Evan, but he looks okay. So goalkeeper is the groundsman, I think, get it, Nicky? Yeah. Ben Turner.
Ben, I'm sure he would have had a keen eye on the Champions League final. He was working last year as, I think it was head groundsman in the Emirates last year for Arsenal. He only returned home there, I think, just before Christmas. We're
back on here with a kick up to Will McCreevy. As the table collapses beside me. And Charlie Conway on the run here now. Gets away from two, and that should be a free in.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to get the cleaners in, Eden. There's popcorn everywhere. Quick free kick taken by Northend, trying to catch Crossabeg out, and Alan Rhodes has now opened up with a dink in, and Evan Roach done well that time. Done really well that time. So he done.
Evan is out with Shane Dempsey, should win this header. Sean Turl has it here. And puts it into Rhodes' head. Reece Murphy now coming with the ball again. It's a strange one there by Paul. Nicky, I think it was just two players run into each other. Northend got on with it. Charlie Conway pressed by Sean Turbo, gets a turn.
This is where Charlie's very good running with the ball at his feet.
Mark Heffernan using experience, but Charlie still have it here. Still has it. Aaron Abbott eventually gets it back. Well closed down by Joy Jackson. Keeps it in. Jay Moore. Good play there by Jay Moore to Will McCreevy. He's on his own. He has Jay coming with him. Jay has it. He has Andy Butler. Good ball in over the shoulder by, around the corner, I should say, by Jay Moore and Andy Butler. Will McCreevy in the box looking for delivery. Back to Ben Hines. Did he deliver first time? He does. Reece Murphy with the header. Kieran Curran coming onto it. It's a good ball out to Mark Everton. His first touch. It's him down. Joy Jackson comes out with it. Jay Moore wins it back. Aaron Lambert has it. Great run by Barry Coughlin here. If Mark Everton could find him, but he couldn't.
One thing I've noticed about Kieran when he comes out, when he's passing the ball by Jizzy, he pings it at you, doesn't he? Like, your touch better be good, because he definitely, when he hits his target, he's hitting it fairly strong at you.
Yeah, even looking at him there, he's touch tight to Owen Rhodes every second of the game. Brandon Stafford on the right. Alan Rhodes makes a good run if he can find him. Drags Conor Derricks out. Graham Riley. Shane Dempsey back in the middle. Plays the first time in a round. Todd Hines has a good ball. Blocked by Jay Moore there. And referee pushed Shane Dempsey there. Shane was looking for a free turnaround. See, it was Paul Curran. Kieran Curran clears there. That's a case of a player feeling contact and going down. And then he turned around and realised it was a ref. As Reece Murphy has it in the. Tries to slide it through to Todd Hines, but well defended by Sean Turtle. Jay Moore poor there by Jay. And Reece Murphy 7 up. And Charlie Conway shoots. Saved by Evan again.
Another good.
Every team looking for freaks here, but I think Paul has decided the whistle is not going to his mouth much today.
It's probably unusual to say this, Ed, but when the game goes a bit ragged, it actually suits Northend more.
Yes.
Do you know, like, and it has been.
It's Crossabeg are out of shape. They're quickens up. You see when it's that little bit ragged, and they're out of shape. And Mark Heaven here, that should be a Northend throw.
Yes, definitely suits Northend when it gets that little 50-50, a little bit ragged, a little bit of moving, a little bit of people calling for frees and things like that, and Barry's getting a stiff word to him, arguing about something. But I think Paul has done a reasonably good job so far. He has had nothing to really referee.
Be careful, he has got it. Barry got a yellow card, he did, didn't he? This Gary Delaney coming out with the ball this time. Good ball into Owen. First time since nearly the start of the game we've seen Owen getting the ball in his feet. He picks it up again. So he gets the turn. Tries to give a little 1-2 to Graham right there, but Ben Hines defends that well. Is out with it now with Barry Coughlin. It's on deep. Put her into a bit of trouble, but Conor Deverix clears it away. Reese Murphy with it now. Again, as you were saying, Nicky, the game has slowed down a bit now again, and Crossabeg are in shape, and Northend really not looking likely.
When it slows right down, it allows Crossabeg to get back into their shape. They're able to get touch tight, and then force Northend. Free kick all day long, a bit ridiculous, but just when it's slow, it just allows Crossabeg to get that touch tight, as we said earlier on. They're able to pick up their men. They're able to choose who gets tight to who, and it's making Northend very, very difficult to find a pass. So when it's that little bit of ragged and a little bit of rush, it's open up. And here's a quick free kick now.
And Rose gets it in. Gary Delaney should get his head to this, chest it down to Charlie Conway. Gary and Will McCreevy battling here. Gary gets away. Good ball in with his left foot, but Evan Roach does lie down on it.
Yeah,
fairness to everyone, Crossabeg players, Nicky, they're working extremely hard.
Yeah, and they have done all year. In fairness to Crossabeg, is one thing. I'd say they're probably one of the most hard-working teams in the league. Whenever you play against them, they definitely give it their all. And the only thing I'd be concerned is there's some of them blowing out through their backsides. Will only come to half time.
Conor Deverix there. Joe there. The ball goes up. Conor Deverix winning that. You're happy if you're Crossabeg, but not happy there's no one picking up the breaking ball, and that's what Joe was shouting in at him there. Sean Turtle here with the throw. And Lampard wins the flick on, but goes back to Gary Delaney. Reese Murphy. Great ball out to Joy Jackson. Back to Reese. It's back out to Shane Dempsey. Again, Crossabeg working hard, keeping their shape. Everyone looked after a good slide roll pass there by Shane into Todd. Jam over followed him. That's a goal kick. Yeah, we see, you were saying there about blowing out our holes there, Nicky. We see Will down on the ground here.
So
decides to get back up.
We've spoken about it, Aidan, and it's a massive pitch. It's a massive area, and I even recognised it even more when I was out in the middle of the pitch earlier on.
Half-time whistle there, but then we'll go in disappointed on that, and I suppose Gary will be, and Kyle will be looking to get things moving quicker. As you said, when the game was a bit ragged, that's when they were look more danger. I suppose Joe will just be trying to get his lads to kill the game as much as they can. Big team talk for Joe this half to make sure to get them to believe that they can come out and win this. They are 1-0 up.
Yeah,
Just have to keep working.
Big team talk. Really big team talk for Joe. All right. Look at he's going to try and get his lads slowing it down, playing a few of the dark arts, and Northend are going to try and they're definitely going to have to go at it 100% quicker. Something similar to Ross Celtic last week in the Neil O'Sullivan Cup Final. Similar enough game. Higher standard, but a similar enough game.
Yeah, we'll be back in roughly about 10 minutes time for the second half.
Thank you.
back here now for the second half of the Freshtoday Wexford Cup. Just walking around down there, Nicky, half time. It was great atmosphere still around the place.
Yeah, fantastic atmosphere. Still loads of children after staying on from the Blitz, which is absolutely brilliant. Loads of colour, loads of different clubs, and so yeah, look, it's been a great success, and bit of music at half time and keeping everybody in the party festival or party mode for the bank holiday weekend.
Big thank you to Lindsay and all the team and Freshtoday again for a great day and all the support all over the years with the podcast as we're back on here.
No changes, Aidan, and
no.
Similar enough shape, both teams.
Yeah. The first 10 minutes will be same as, then Gary will have to change if nothing has changed. Gary Delaney.
Yeah, I wouldn't think either manager would be overly disappointed going half time either, Aidan, to be honest with you.
Yeah, as Brandon Stafford into Graham Riley, and I know it's early, but it does look to be a little bit more urgency in Northend straight away. They're passing, seems to be just a little bit more quicker and zippier. Wire on it. Reece Murphy now and is driving forward this time. What I was looking for him to do in the first half, he carries it well into the Crossabeg half. Gets it back from Joy Jackson into Shane Dempsey, or Annan Rhodes, I should say. Shane out to Reece. Going to deliver across, and Evan Roach there, good early call again.
Yeah, fantastic early call, and I just see my own daughter Neve coming down along there with her slushy. She was arguing and fighting at half time for one there, so
and Will McCreevy,
you get your slushy, Neve.
Gary Delaney tidies that up. Pin one across to Todd, but well by Sean Third with the header. Aaron Lampard in acre space in the middle field to take it down. Gets out to Will McCreevy here, picks up good position. Tries to find Annie Butler, couldn't do it. Charlie Conway out, line up Ben Hines. Ben there, well defended there by Ben.
Yeah, Ben got a little touch on it just before he went to swing at it and ended up knocking it over the line, and even Brandon just took a quick throw in, but there was no urgency then for a follow-up pass there or anything like that. So Northend have started with very similar tempo to the first half.
Yeah, it's very Northend's just letting carry out. Oh, Todd Hines gets away here. Should get a cross in. He does. This is Charlie Conway. Oh. Yes, to the back post.
Yeah, Charlie sneaking in at the back post, in fairness to him, and it's the one thing my father always said when he was involved with young teams is header the ball back where it came from, and because the goalkeeper is very, very hard for him to change his body movement, and that's exactly what Charlie done. The ball was stood up, nice height for him, came in and attacked it, and what a year it's been for Charlie this year. I think 4 underage titles with Northend, scoring 2 goals in the Leinster Cup Final, and now getting Northend back into this game. A fantastic year so far for him.
Yeah, look, Crossabeg with disappointed, kind of came out with nothing really over on that left side. Todd just got away, got a cross in, decent cross in. He had bet the 2 big men, Connor and Kieran Curran, out of the centre, and left Charlie one on one with Ben Hines at the back post. Crossabeg coming out, Jay Moore. There's that. Andy Butler back to Ben. Tries to feed it in. Will McCreevy, but Alan Rhodes should win that all late. To Todd, trying to get on away here. Kieran Curran ties it back to Evan, who whacks it clear. Touch there by Todd Hines. Should pick up a booking there, I think.
Yeah, Barry picked up, was it Barry in the first half, picked up a booking for something similar, so Todd picking up the yellow, and it's a thing now, isn't it? You pull a jersey, the class of making no attempt to play a ball, so it's a yellow card straight away.
Crossabeg's goal came from. Big men are up again. Aaron Lambert will get the delivery in. Interestingly, Owen Rhodes not going back for it, I think. And Lambert puts in a cracker of a ball. Barry Coughlin looks to be free here. Ooh. The ball goes into Jason.
From here, it looked like Will McCreevy was only millimetres away from it.
Rose, maybe just wide left on, but a great header by Ben Hines there. Kieran Curran has it here now, goes for a shot. Oh. Jaws trying to into the fourth official there that Jason Maguire is coming inside the box. Kick the ball.
It's funny Joe says it because I was looking at his own goalkeeper Evan Roach, and I think he released it twice in the first half. But look, it's them little margins. Every manager, Gary Dempsey, will be looking for Joe, looking for every little margin that you can try and get or try and pull up and just make the referee second guess himself.
Yeah, you just bring it to our attention. It's Reece Murphy with this ball. He's feeding their own roads, but well defended by Conor Devricks. Gary not happy with how slow Northend, but Fortal Hines gets away here again. Mark Heffernan does excellently. It's a great ball out to Barry Coughlin. It's a ball to Mark Heffernan. There's a good play there in Reece Murphy. No nonsense.
Yeah, nice bit of play that time by both Barry and Mark Heffernan there coming up the line, and Mark seeing the tackle coming, and he just knocked the ball around him and followed it on.
Charlie Conway. Owen Rhodes came to feet and Charlie was looking for him behind. Frees it away. Andy Butler under pressure by Brendan Stafford here. Conor Devricks. Ball into Andy Butler, gets time to turn. Here's the Ben Hines. Tries to play Andy again, but I don't think Andy has the legs for that. And Gary should tidy that up. Back to Jason. Good talking there by Jason.
Yeah, and there's a strong enough wind there in favour in Northend. It looks like it's blowing directly down the pitch.
Charlie Conway's away here again. Conor, it's good covering defending there by Conor Devricks. Is Crossabeg away now. Aaron Lampert, good ball out. Andy Butler. Have Gary Laney out of centre, can get it in. Lampert, great ball. Mark Heffernan in the back post here now. It's time to pick out men. Poor ball in. Jason Maguire's all there.
Yeah, Mark would be disappointed, and Will was very close to being on the edge of that, even though he didn't make. He knew he was never going to get on the head if he just made that effort and put Joey Jackson off for the ball to drop to Mark Heffernan. So.
Todd Hines looks to be in. No, Evan. No, just Will McCreevy and Gary Laney battle that. Gary does well. And Lampert knocks out to Mark Heffernan. Just looking down again, I think the two wingers for Crossabeg, Andy Butler and Mark Heffernan, they look tired. They've done mountains of work so far. 50-55 minutes.
Yeah, they've done Trojan work. Aidan, it's a thankless job out there, especially when the Northend fullbacks were pushing right on. At times at Crossabeg there, looked like they were playing with two fullbacks on both sides. So they had to get up and support, and here's Jay Moore now breaking.
He does have legs. One of the fittest men in extra soccer in fairness. So he's put into the left foot to Will McCreevy. Will should be able to take this down and get a shot away. He does. It's over the bar.
Yeah, it looks like Northend are going to have to warm up one. Graham O'Reilly went off last week injured in the Northend Gorey game, the Premier League decider, which went to Gorey. So Evan had plenty of experience playing down here in Ferrycarrig, came up through the Wexford FC underage system, so he has plenty of experience coming here today, and it looks like it's going to be a straight swap. Graham O'Reilly for Evan O'Connor.
I think Joe is also
Evan Farrell O'Connor, should I say.
Joe is also talking to King back there, warming him up. He's been away for a lot of the year, I think. He's only back. So I think Evan has gone into the 10, Nicky, I think, is he?
Yeah, I think it'll suit him there just off of Owen. I don't think he's going to offer a whole lot if he's pushed out onto either wing, but I think just playing in the 10 might suit him there.
Kieran Corwin wins it. Original header there with Owen Rhodes, and then the second ball as well. Joe Jackson back down Rhodes. Northend will build with Reese Murphy again. And Owen's feet hasn't happened a whole lot. Barry Cock, 11 Farrell O'Connor, he's in here. Squares it across. Good covering by Ben Hines.
Oh, you want him to be greedy there, don't you, Aidan? Yeah, like he was pinning
full
down.
sure he would have shot that.
I would have been telling him, and Gary Dempsey saying the same thing. I would have been saying, get your shot off there, get in. Once it breaks there, you want to be striking it.
Brendan Savard gets it in. Charlie Conway. Evan Farrell can't. What Barry headed that for? He should let it out. Evan was in an offside position. Gary Delaney. We'll ball into Evan's feet. Good turn there. Barry got to be careful here. If he gets, that looked a free all out. Barry has stayed down here. Good ball on Rose in, but he was offside and missed the header. Northend are not happy there. That challenge to get hot myself was a free. I think my concern would have been, was it going to be another yellow?
No, well it would have been, yeah. If Paul had a blown for a free, he might have had it, but I'd say Joe's going to get Barry off now. He's had a couple of little niggles there, and it's nice to see a bit of common sense there. So I would think there'd be a straight swap there.
Yeah, it's King Kilflock. As I said, it's
so
he's returning from a long-term injury to a player I know Joe raves about. Reckons he's one of the best players he's worked with. King Kilflock. So he did start the semi-final instead of Barry. So Barry seems to be badly hurt here at the shoulder, I think.
Now we can all take a break, and it's definitely that's going to be the straight swap anyway. While they're definitely him coming off.
Yeah, the shoulder looks to be. Disappointing end for Barry's there. This is not only is he a player, he's the secretary and he's a great club man down there in Crossabeg.
Yeah, and nobody wants to come off of a cup final day, and especially coming off injured. And I've been in that position once before, well, not in a cup final, but coming off with a shoulder injury, and he looks like he's in fairly sore, so he does.
King Clark will sitting beside Jay Moore in the centre of that field. Keane will give him a lot more legs in there too. Decision here for Paul. Should be.
I spoke about that wind, Aidan, actually, and that's where that free kick came from. You can see the ball now from Evan Roach's kickouts is really holding it. The wind has picked up a little bit since the start of the game, and it's definitely blown as we're looking out onto the pitch from left to right into Evan Roach's face.
Yes, when McCreevy is calling for the medic man to come back in.
Just at the minute, Crossabeg's physios do more running than the players.
I wouldn't say that now. They have done a lot of run. This is a player that Joe will be hoping there's nothing wrong with. Jay Moore, he's been just steady in that middle field, covering a lot of ground. Gets in up the minute the physio comes into him. But of course, with the rule, with Owen being booked, he gets to stay on the field. Aaron Lambert now with the free.
It's his fifth or sixth one he's hit from this kind of position this today already.
He tries to ping Kieran Corbin here at the back post. He gets his head to it, but couldn't direct it any hard. Just those two injuries, the game has hit a little bit of a lull, Nicky.
Yeah, it has dipped into a lull.
He's up the horn. It's a flick onto it here to Charlie Conway, who's coming more involved in the game. Brendan Stafford, great ball into one. Nice little layoff for Charlie, but Ben Hines should have it. He tries to play it out, but doesn't. Charlie done well there. Devin Farrell has it. And there should be an Northend throw. Or a Crossabeg throw, it is.
Yeah, I can't understand what sometimes you see fullbacks that they try to play just deal with the football. You know, he been very nearly got caught out there by Charlie that time.
And he butler with a flick on there. Will McCreevy batting with Brandon Stafford here, wins it, lays it down to Aaron Lampert, and Brandon throws Will to the ground. Will not too happy. Aaron Lampert,
Food and drink to Jason.
Jason now pins us straight down into the foot of Todd Hines, but couldn't control it. We see Sean Allen walking by us with the oranges.
In fairness to Sean, you have to say he's been a great servant to Northend to come in and do that number 2 job there. There's not many goalkeepers in the county. There's just wanting to sit there and take medals and just push Jason Maguire.
As we have a free there. First time on Rhodes probably got the better of Kieran Corwin in the game. Gets a free off him. Plays it quick. Northend trying to do things quicker. Alan Rose to Shane. Shane into on his feet. Nice little layoff to Evan Farrell. Tries to find Shane Dempsey. The ball falls to Shane. Evan Roach, comfortable save in the end. It's a great little play there by Northend.
Yeah, nice bit of play. Little 1-2s and little step over and a flick around the corner by Evan. So it just goes to show Northend that when they speed it up and they move it quick, that they can open them up.
John needs to maybe empty his bench again. I think the Crossabeg players look very tired out there. Northend throw. Farrell here. He's the pin one across the Charlie Conway, but the wind won't allow that. And Ben Hines with the header. Andy Butler now being pressed by Brandon Stafford, who wins the ball off Andy Butler there. Conor Devries tidies that up.
Apparently she'd be disappointed with Andy there, wouldn't you, at that time? He'd be disappointed with him there. He should be doing stronger. Yeah. Brandon bullied him, threw him out of the way, and ended up winning a throw-in where Crossabeg were in control of the play.
Yeah. Reece Murphy. This is out to Joey Jackson. Poor ball in. And Gary lets him know that. Joey trying to explain that I got deflected. Gary's not taking it. Evan Roach, who, as you said, Nicky kicked that one outside the box, but
yeah, put a bit of zip in it.
Next 5-10 minutes for Crossabeg here just seems to be gone out of the game. Everything seems to be falling Northend's way. The wind is starting to just drop the ball a good bit for them. They know how to get out quick. Joey Jackson now puts the ball into Shane Dempsey, or Alan Rhodes. Looks for brother All is 1-2 with the brothers. Great play. Alan Rhodes gets through and he squeezes it in. 2-1 to Northend. I think that goal was coming.
Yeah, no, definitely coming, Aidan. And look at what a player Alan Rhodes has had this year. Leinster captain, leading through the centre midfield there for Northend and Leinster and Wexford. And look, he was the one player picked that ball up in midfield. Followed his run the whole way through the middle, and nobody from Crossabeg got a tackle. Joe will be very, very disappointed because the whole centre just opened up for him, and nice little finish into the corner net, and possibly deserved over the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, Crossabeg put so much work into that first half. I just think you had to say a majority of them looked dead on their feet, I think, Nicky, in fairness. It was a great play there by Northend, great 1-2 by the two brothers, in fairness. In the first half, Crossabeg had nullified Owen Rhodes, but he's just picking up the ball a little bit now in the second half.
Yeah, he's dropped in, picked it up, but this is where it might get a little bit dangerous for Crossabeg. Do they sit in and hold it now and try just get an equaliser, bring it to extra time, or do they open up and see can they pin Northend back?
And then come again, intercepted there by Sean Turr. Corner wins that header. King Kinlock, Andy Butler, and Rhodes picks up again. Calls on, lays it into him. Poor ball way on there. Ben Hines should set Andy Butler free here. Big. Will McCreevy came to feet and then played one up top to him. Shane Dempsey. Dempsey great play there with Evan Farrell. Northend they're turning it on now, Nicky, in fairness. That Hines and George Jackson is off Owen Rhodes. Owen tries Todd. Should we 3 it is?
But have you noticed then what we spoke about in the first half? The big change over the last 10 minutes as Owen Rhodes has just, instead of backed up against the 2 centre halves, he's dropped out into the 10 and not just picked up little balls, and him doing that has created space everywhere across the back line, and it's been a big that's been the big couple of minutes there that have brought Northend back into it, is Owen's movement. But look at Todd Hines stood out on the left, and this time he pops up just on the right hand side with a little flick header, and 3-1, and you can only see it come one way now.
And look, Owen Rhodes is known, and rightly so, for his goals, but he's 2 assists there today. Second half, big thing for me, Nicky. Everything you said is probably right, but a big thing for me, they've just been quicker in the second half. Everything has been quicker.
Yeah, they have been quicker, Aidan, and it has been a hell of a lot quicker. But it's helped by I always try and say to lads, try and create a W or try and break lines, and by your movement. So one drops out, somebody fills in, and that's what's after happening for the couple of goals.
Shane Dempsey in his 10th Cup Final, I think, had called Gary earlier in the game. I think he's going to come off for Craig McCabe.
Yeah, it looks like Craig McCabe could be coming in for Shane, and what a player Craig has been over the years in the Wexford Football League. Rock steady there since he's joined Northend, and it looks like he'll step into the midfield role, with more renown for playing across the back 4.
Yeah, he might go into right back either, and Brandon maybe go in there, maybe
so. Yeah, could look at that either, but yeah, Shane going off. He'll be disappointed in his 10th Cup Final, coming off the pitch injured, but what a stalwart he's been to Northend too.
Yeah, he was excellent that second half there as well. He played a big part in that 3rd goal there as well. A few little 1-2s and the triangles.
Yeah, he's gone into the centre midfield, Craig, and I like what Gary has done there. Like the back 4 going well, and just to move a player for the sake of it.
Not
it's
making
just a
2
straight
changes.
swap, bang, job done.
Hines is coming out here, and Owen Rhodes drifting out with Kieran Curran, deals with it well. Good ball up the line to Mark Heffernan. He couldn't control it. He wins it back. Reece Murphy wins the battle of strength. Jem Maguire here now on the ball. That is on the ball there. Mark Heffernan has him under a bit of pressure. Jake, ball didn't come to Jem Moore there quick enough.
Yeah, Jay looked cool,
Over
but I'm
far.
sure deep down his heart was
Owen
sinking.
Rhodes, good ball to Brandon Stafford, who's kept coming at right back all day, in fairness to him. To Charlie Conway, into Evan Farrell, who's played well since come on to Nicky. He's actually probably improved Northend, in fairness. Rhodes tries to lay it on top, but Andy Butler switch sides, wins that one, and Sean Turtle done no one any favours with that clearance as Reece Murphy comes out with King Kinlock. Neat little turn in the middle of the field. Conor Derrick's out to Ben Hines. Pull the ball to Brendan Stafford, who's Conor Derrick's there. Aaron Lampert looking free, now coming Brandon Stafford again. How many times has he done that today? Nicky pressured the Crossabeg players and won that ball back.
Yeah, no, Brandon has been very, very good today. He's been very good all season. A big addition to Northend with his youth and playing full back. His natural position is probably more central in midfield, so but he's done really well out there, and you can hear him talking there throughout the game as well, telling lads where to go in Northend, so he's obviously shown some leadership skills as well.
Fairness, Northend knocking the ball around well now, I have to say. Moving quick, all 1-2 touch football.
Yeah, the thing, Evan, Northend were probably missing somebody like Spot in midfield, in that 10, and Evan is, while he's not a Paul Murphy, he's probably the closest thing Northend have to playing in that 10, just picking up an intelligent bit of play, and Crossabeg making another sub here now in.
Andy Butler going off on the far side, I think, and Cottle Derricks is coming on. One of the three Derricks brothers, unfortunately, as we said earlier, Ronan missing today. And Cottle works away a bit and just came back last night for this, I think.
Yeah, another big tall chap, maybe not as broad as the other two lads, but a big tall chap and a big unit coming into the box.
Side of Nicky, he's every bit as broad, he's just a lot taller, doesn't seem like that. And he loves it. He loves the challenge. He's his first touch there. Ben Hines knocks it back to Conor Derricks. Has a good ball into King block. Back out to Conor. Tries to get Cottle away. Will McCreevy here has it. Should get a free there. Gary Laney and Cottle Derricks meeting up. Jesse Maguire up between Owen Rose and Kieran Corrowan there. It's been a good battle, in fairness, Nicky. It's been a 50-50 battle. Owen has had a good 10-15 minutes there, alright.
Yeah, it's been a good old battle there, in fairness, between the two of them. So Jay Moore cleans that up. To Kieran Corrowan now. Back to Conor Derricks and the goalkeeper there, a bit of miscommunication between the two of them. Aaron Lampert with it. Plus he's a player now, has probably gone out a little bit for Crossabeg. He's very influential in the first half. Crossabeg needing to get back on the ball now. It's King Lock. And Charlie Conway. Yeah, the game's kind of passed by Kinloch for a period of the game so far since he's come in.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say that's his fault. It's just the way the game has opened up a little bit more since he's came on to replace Barry Coughlin. So it's one of them difficult ones when you come in as a sub sometimes to get to the pitch of the game.
Alan Rhodes there. Aaron. Into King Clock. Needs a header to Aaron Lampert, who. So Jay Maguire's all there. Crossabeg really need Aaron Lampert now to step up again for him. Stafford. A bit stray on there for Reece Murphy, but he cleans it up. So Maguire pins this one up to Owen Rhodes and Kieran Curran again. Kieran Curran wins that one. And it out to his brother Cottle here, and Alan Rhodes on again into Evan Farrell, who's been impressive since he came into the field. Craig McCabe, that's what he does best, just light and simple. Good ball there by George Jackson. Todd Hines is in here. Jay Moore cleans it up there and his little back heel out, but straight to Joy Jackson. Evan Farrell has it. Moves it out to nobody. Ben Hines
I think that's the first loose
down
pass Evan has given since he's came on. He's kept it nice and simple, and there's Alan Rhodes again there just to pick up a loose ball. Picking up a really good free for Northend.
Teamwork there by the referees. It was Eager on the line here that gave that one.
Yeah, good to see it in fairness. So good to see it. Gary Dempsey's just calling a couple of lads here. They okay. He might be looking to empty his bench, but Paul Kerwin is not going to allow a quick free kick yet.
One thing I have noticed since Gary's been in charge in Northend, he doesn't make substitutions for the sake of making them.
Nope. As he said himself, it's a men's game. He's there to win, so
Todd Hines there now, look to get a good delivery in here. Great ball in. Well headed there by Conor Devricks.
Really, really good defensive header that time by Conor Devricks, in fairness to him.
And fairness to Crossabeg, have dealt with separate from Northend all day. So a loose one there by Devricks, but Roach cleans it up. Jay Moore trying to get Mark Heffernan away here. Alan Rhodes doing the chasing. And Seamus is throwing no real argument for Mark, so in fairness to Seamus, he's right on top of it.
Yeah, I think he just overran the ball that time, and Jay Moore not happy, saying something to Paul, so Northend restarted over there, left full back with Joey Jackson.
Kieran Curran with a strong header. Caught Devricks here. And he's caught on the ball. Connor tries to feed Will McCreevy down the line. Gary Delaney wins the header. We'll try to get the corner out of this. Chance now for Crossabeg slow to come to take the corner. Dan Lambert eventually comes over.
Yeah, Aaron Lambert, this is a big set piece for him now. I think they need to get something off of this to make the last few minutes.
An outswinger, it's very deep. But Will McCreevy should get a free header, but heads it off Gary Delaney. Caught Levericks trying to make a nuisance himself. Gary Delaney, great ball out to Charlie Conway. Feeds Evan Farrell, who'll try to get Todd Hines away. Todd won him on here with Sean Turl. Northend strong forward is 4 on 5 here. Owen Rhodes has it. Slips Todd Hines down the side. There's Brendan Stafford supporting him again. Todd back out to the middle to Alan, but poor ball, and Alan Lampert cleans it up. There's it to Cottle Devricks. Alan Rhodes cleans that up again. Pins one over to the brother Owen. He leaves it and knew he was offside. Joey Jackson, ball in.
Yeah, good bit of line-up play that time. Owen ducked out of it, didn't make an attempt to play it, allowed the ball run on. A
little bit of confusion there, because Igor did put the flag up and then put it back down again when he seen Owen
ducking over
it. So I think that's why Crossabeg are not happy with it on the line here. And Hines in the King can't lock back to Ben.
It's good pressing that time by Northend, isn't it? Just stepping in on the lads, kept him pinned into that little corner here without getting out. Oh, what a strike! What a try, Aidan. He caught us all by surprise with that one. So, good to see centre half who like Vincent Company coming up and stepping up and taking a strike there.
They need that bit of magic now. Is Jay Corwin or Jay
Maguire.
Jay Corwin. Mine Rangers legend is Jack Corwin.
Is he? Jesus, you're struggling for legends if he's legend up there. Alright, yeah.
He is. Mightn't be for the football. Todd Hines here. Gives Evan Farrelly, could have let it back off him. First time, but he took a touch and then it wasn't on as Kieran Curran plays clean, locked. But Alan Rhodes again wins it back. He's had a massive centre half. Gary Delaney goes for that one, but the wind caught it. Decided not to go for it, but does win the second one. And Kieran Curran hooks that one away. Gary Delaney takes that down. Kinglock robs it off Evan Farrell.
81 gone, Aidan, so getting down to the last couple of minutes, they need to see Crossabeg creating a couple of chances, or even maybe just reverting to a couple of long balls.
Gets the turn here, feeds it ball through. Reece Murphy read it, but Mark Everin have it again. He's going to have a shot here.
Oh,
it just goes wide. So we listen to Gary Dempsey.
Yeah, look at he's drilling. He seemed to keep going. He's after tearing right down the centre there, so he has telling him to keep going. This game isn't done. If Crossabeg do happen to get a goal, like, it will make it very, very tight the last couple of minutes. And you wouldn't write Crossabeg off
no,
after their semi-final, quarter-final game against Shamrock Rovers, and
came from the dead twice again to mine. They came from dead again Ferns.
Yeah, so
in Shamrocks. So it's been their story of our cup so far.
Coming back.
Joe hasn't maybe brought on the hero of the two previous rounds so far in Dave Burney.
Yeah, I'm sure Dave is behind him, probably telling him, reminding him, just a gentle nudge. So
Joe Guerra with a great pass out to Joey Jackson. Tries to feed Todd Hines, but overhits that.
Yeah, Joey will be disappointed, just overhit it there, but Northend are definitely still leaving with the last couple of minutes. They're leaving 3 up right up top. They're pushing it there right out to the very, very end. So, in fairness to them, and it's going. Yeah, they're leaving 3 up, and Evan Farrell to win the header. The wind really has changed.
Kieran Curran there tries that, but it bounces off Kinglock, and Todd Hines is through here. Poor ball. Charlie Hamish might get at the back post. Puts it back out to Owen, but well read by Sean Turtle, who hacks it away. Charlie Hamish 1-on-1 with Ben Hines. Uses his left ball into Owen Rose, takes on his chest. And Evan Farrell missed it and cleared by Kieran Curran. Brandon Stafford into Craig McCabe. Paul Curran overruling Igor there.
Yeah, I think Paul was right that time, alright.
I thought Igor was right. But anyway, that'll just show you how hard it is down there.
You're
sitting down, I'm standing up, so
but
I had a better view.
I have to go to work this evening, you don't?
I'm always working. Owen Rhodes and Kieran Curran, who they knew that battle they've had all day, two of them enjoying the physical part of it. Sean Turtle tries to pin one to Will McCree with Gary Delaney, Talon Rose, and knocks it back to Jay Maguire. It was rolled into Todd Hines, he knocks it back to Reece Murphy. Gary Delaney has it. Tries to feed it, but well read by Ollie Kinglock there. Evan Farrell does well to win it back. Gary Dempsey giving it to Gary Lenny for a straight ball. As Owen Rhodes wins it back. Tries to play one over the top to Charlie Conway there, who looked to have a little swipe out there at Kieran Curran.
In the size wise, I think it's a battle Charlie might not win. It's still continuing on.
No.
So in fairness to Kieran, he's had a really, really solid game there. Everything he's done has been 100% there today, and he's been rock solid. Even though
wins that one. Alan Rhodes here. Back to Reese Murphy. Great play by Alan again.
Joe looks like he's going to do a double substitution in a couple of seconds, I think. So.
Yeah, as we see Richard Carney and Mark Crosby coming on. And Dave Byrne needs a triple substitution.
Triple sub. So.
I think Sean Turtle is one of them coming off. He's gone off the far side. Ben Hines, the two full-backs coming off, I think, on this side. And Mark Heffernan, I think, is the other one.
Yeah.
So that's Richard Carney for Ben Hines, Mark Crosby for Sean Turtle, and Dave Byrne for Mark Heffernan. So two full-backs coming off and two centre-backs coming on.
Yeah, so I see Joe just pointing, so it's three across the back, and I'd say he might try and get four lads up top here for the last couple of minutes, and everything is to just front to back.
He's telling his keeper to go direct with everything now as well.
So he's giving him an impossible task really, because there is quite a strong wind in Evan's face there for him. So
this one's going to go direct, and that just goes nowhere with that wind, as you say, Nicky. But Richard Carney takes it down well. Put under pressure with that. Alan Rhodes again. Richard should get a free for that.
Now it's a better position. It's a little bit straight heading, but it's a better position for him to try and create something. Maybe move.
Aaron, maybe when he stands up to it, will he have a look at Jay's position? Jay likes to come out a little.
He hasn't moved yet though.
He's setting his wall up.
He's taking it serious if he's setting up a wall from that distance out, in fairness to him. And
I think Aaron nearly caught him in one of the league games with a long distance one. So
Paul Kerwin has given him plenty of room for their 10 yards. So
he does go for it.
All you need is that little small touch, don't you,
Yeah.
to get on to the end of something there.
See what he was doing, but maybe he should have told his teammates, because all across the big players were at the far side for that one. So let's see, Donald Porter, I think, is it Nicky coming on here?
Yeah, Donald.
Yeah, number 17, Donald Porter. For Joy Jackson, so it'll be like for like again.
Yeah, similar. You would be thinking anyway. Yeah, very similar. Joy picked up. I seen him hobbling a little while ago there.
Got a good solid game in fairness to him.
Yeah, Joy's had a solid year. He picked up a very, very bad injury down here in a playoff game against Gorey a couple of years ago, and it took a while to get back, but he's now finally back at the level he was before he got an injury, which is very, very good to see. And nice chap, Joy, and doing really well there, and he gives Northend that outlet as a left full back, and allowed Todd to get further up the pitch, which has helped him this year.
Yeah.
Especially with Kieran Page, who's been out injured, and Kieran very, very unlucky with his two serious knee injuries, just back after having one, and was unlucky to pick up another one, so that's allowed Todd to get up the pitch.
Whacks the forward, Jem Moore, Richard Carney. And the second lyrics away, but couldn't get away. Gary was too happy. Gary was too happy there, but Niall Connolly on the field as well there. Nick said find out he got on without us noticing there. I don't know who came off for Northend. It was Charlie.
We're as bad as Chris Kamara now. And we haven't got a clue what's going on.
Shoots.
Oh! A good strike there from Evan.
Charlie Conway. I also had to miss him what the fourth official put up there.
We're in 90 now.
And Roach out to Conor Levericks. Pressed by Evan Farrell. It's back to Mark Crosby. Whacks up the field. Craig McCabe wins the battle. The two subs there. Brandon Stafford excellent there by him. Owen Rhodes tries to turn. Knocks it out to Niall Connolly. Hit on the left, was a good ball in. Mark Crosby. A little bit of Hot Hines gets it back across, but Jay Moore should come out with it. Jay Moore, who's covered every blade of grass, gone down with cramp there, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Jay Moore has been definitely one of the standout Crossabeg players today. He's put in a savage effort from the first minute, and he's still going there now in the last couple of minutes.
Then just knocking it around here and they'll play out the last few minutes.
The wind is catching us all out here. It's blowing a gust.
Attacked by the wind up here.
Mobile phones and doors open, and
Craig McCabe there trying to get on roads through. Colin Levericks winning that one over Niall Connolly. Craig McCabe here. Will McCreevy coming in from behind, giving the free away.
In fairness to Craig, he used his experience there. Craig McCabe just felt a touch on his back and just dropped to the ground quite easily and got done and dusted.
Brandon Stafford will take a shot to Craig. We'll knock it back to him. Crossabeg a bit slack there, letting it happen. Bernie out to Keane Kinlock, looking for people, but no in front of him, decides to carry it and tries to get Colin Levericks away with Brandon Stafford. It's Evan Farrell, it's Owen Rhodes away here. It's a rugby tackle there by Kieran Corwin.
I'd say he's tired because parts of that game today have been like a wrestling match with himself and Owen. And in fairness to Owen, he's a big, strong chap. No dirt in him, but a big, strong physical unit. And Northend have got the game going.
Talked to him after both of them enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely. So
Evan Farrell has on the turn here. He'll have another go, but it's out to Niall Connolly on his preferred right. Evan Roach deals with that. Joe's looking for up the wreck. There's two up there at the moment. Aaron Lambert. Will Creevy battle there with Gary Delaney. It's Murphy. Colin Levericks. And that one. Final sub here.
Yeah, Gary Dempsey bringing on his own young lad Jack Dempsey for a run out.
For Todd Hines,
Todd, yeah. So give him the last couple of minutes. Another Dempsey coming through the Northend team, and you have to give credit to Crossabeg today. They got a lot of their matchups right for long periods in the game. In fairness to him, Will McCreevy's done really well when the ball's gone up to his feet. Conor Deverick.
Full time whistle there, and Northend are crowned the Freshtoday Wexford Cup champions. And it's a cup double for him with a Leinster triumph. The cup, unfortunate not to get the treble, but Gorey got that last week. As you were saying, Nicky, Joe, we're very proud of that first half. To me, they just ran out of legs in that second half. Probably didn't have the panel to introduce a few players to freshen it up earlier.
Yeah, definitely. That as I said, the matchups worked really well for a long period of the game. Just Northend had maybe 5 or 6 different ideas that Crossabeg didn't have. as I said, Jay Moore was excellent. Conor Deverick's done really well. Kieran Curran done. Is Kieran? Yeah.
Curran.
Done really, really well as well in his battle. And like at Northend, young Charlie Conway getting a goal going. Gary Delaney, Reece Murphy were excellent. Alan Rhodes going through the middle as well. So some good displays on both sides. And in fairness, the three officials as well out there were excellent. And a good finish. A great finish to what's been a fantastic Wexford Football League this year. It's been the biggest league we've ever had. And to finish up here in a sunny, well, a little bit overcast now, but a dry day in Ferrycarrig Park with still a massive crowd here. It's been a successful year, and thanks to the boys here, Videon and Rocket Science Media and Freshtoday, on behalf of the county board. It's been a great year, and hard luck to Crossabeg, and fair play to Northend.
It's actually good to finish on with a decent game, in fairness. As you said, I think Freshtoday deserve a lot of credit for today and for coming on board this year. And from yourself personally, Nicky, just to thank yourself. It's been a good year, a busy year for us doing this, but it's been very enjoyable. As I say, with Northend and Gorey at the top again. Hopefully someone will step up to them next year and challenge them, but they're what people have to get up to them. They've been excellent, whatever trophies are in Wexford to be won at the top. They've won them the last couple of years, in fairness, along with Fort maybe getting the cup.
Yeah.
So, but someone has to start challenging the league, I think.
So, no, definitely. But there's been tremendous steps for that to happen, and we have to make our way up now to the presentation, Aidan. And just thanks very much to you for the year, and thanks for all the effort you put in. And it's been, as I said earlier on, a fantastic season, and we'll see you all next year.
And that's a wrap from me, Nicky, and from Freshtoday. Thanks, everyone.